It's Pulaski County hosting South Laurel. And good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. It is a cool, crisp fall evening here in Somerset, Kentucky, and the foothills of the Appalachians are beautiful, and a great night, senior night, going on here at Pulaski County High School. Doug Eads, should be a good one.
Well, it should be. It's a great night if you're a Pulaski County football fan, Jeff, because the Maroons, even though Coach Johnny Hines doesn't want to talk about it, Pulaski County solidifies itself and wins this district, Jeff, with a win here this evening. The Maroons coming off a heart-pounding, thrilling, gut-wrenching, take your pick, 37-36 win last week on the road at Madison Southern. Pulaski 5-2 overall, 3-0 in district play. A win by the Maroons this evening. They're the district champs heading into next week's huge arch-rival matchup across town over at Southwestern. South Laurel, meanwhile, Jeff, has really fallen on some tough times in 2012. The Cardinals were picked by several preseason publications, Jeff, to win this district. They come in tonight winless, 0-3 on the year, 1-7 overall, and they are struggling to say the least. But Pulaski County, a team red hot right now, a young team playing with a ton of confidence, and even though Coach Hines wants to shy away from it, they won the district with a win tonight.
Well, big district win obviously would be huge for Pulaski County. We've had a chance to see Pulaski County throughout the season, and well, we're talking about seniors tonight for Pulaski County, but they're few and far between. We've got a young squad that's for Coach Hines, and sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get with a young group of players. But tonight we come into this one knowing that these young folks have done a very, very good job, and so have these seniors.
Well, that's a good point, Jeff. And, you and I had the game a couple weeks ago over in London when Pulaski, if you remember, Jeff, trailed the Jaguars at North Laurel 21-0 with about 8 minutes left in the third quarter. They rallied to win that game 28-21. I know last week you and Brian Abner were over in Tennessee. I went to Berea and saw Pulaski play Madison Southern, and I joked with Coach Hines this week. Madison Southern's Damian Harris scores his fifth TD of the night, Jeff, with 7 minutes exactly left in that game last week. They go up 36-24, so obviously Pulaski had them right where they wanted them. That is the thing that has impressed me so much about this year's Pulaski County team. Even though it's a team with an abundance of youth, these guys don't get rattled when they get down at crunch time. They're down 36-24. The ensuing kickoff goes out of bounds. Goes into the end zone. 1st and 10 at their own 20. First play, Riley Hall hits Tyler Goins on a little 3-yard screen pass that turns into an 80-yard touchdown score. And just like that, Pulaski County gets a 3-and-out. Goins has a 53-yard run for a score. And I'm saying all that to say this. Don't be deceived by the fact that Hines plays 80% of his starters are freshmen and sophomores. They are very poised and very mature, especially at crunch time.
Well, obviously maturity at this point in time, as our coach used to tell us, that after 3 games there was no such thing as a freshman or a rookie, however you wanted to look at it, because he expected everybody to be a seasoned vet by the time that you got around to the 4th game. And so we've seen this Pulaski County squad grow up, actually right here on MVP Sports Channel, with some big play from some young guys. And we've talked about the heady play of a freshman quarterback for Pulaski County, and I don't think that that's anything that is actually been overlooked by a lot of folks. But I will tell you, it is pretty impressive still whenever you consider being a freshman and starting, and some of the play calling that goes on down there at the line of scrimmage.
Well, Jeff, I've been writing sports in Somerset for 30 years. I started my freshman year in college at the Commonwealth Journal. Played football before that at Casey County High School. I have never seen a freshman quarterback play with the poise, and the resolve of Riley Hall. You and I saw it firsthand 2 weeks ago. Remember the 35-yard touchdown run he had in the fourth quarter that got Pulaski within a score in that game early in the fourth quarter. Last week, he's changing plays at the line of scrimmage, and they're down 36-24. And he's just like a wily veteran out there. Coming into tonight, just to show you how impressive this young man has been, Jeff, he has completed 114 of 178 attempts for 64% for 1,134 yards, 7 TDs, 4 interceptions. And then rushing, he's carried the ball 33 times for 159 yards and a score, and that was the score at North Laurel a couple weeks ago. I mean, he's put up some pretty gaudy numbers. This kid's a baby. He is a freshman. I mean, if he's this good now, what does the future hold for not only him, but this Pulaski County Maroon football program? I will submit to you, it's a very bright future.
Wait till he just starts shaving. You know?
Oh, my goodness.
Now, we're here on senior night. We're talking about freshmen, but let me run down some seniors here for you. And I know our very own Brian Abner actually is on the public address tonight. You might be able to recognize Brian in the background. But let me tell you some names here, some of these seniors. Alec Wooldridge. Number 2, you'll see lots of Alec Wooldridge tonight, lots of speed. Also, Tyler Goins, the senior tailback. Also, Keenan Hall, number 26. Aaron Hall, number 27, the brother to the quarterback we were just telling you about just a little while ago. Also, number 59, Colin Halblair is a senior. Also on the senior roster is Isaiah Jasper. Number 70, Jacob Gross. Chance Anderson. And Kyle Varney are your seniors here tonight for this Pulaski County Maroon squad. And a big cheer goes up here in the stadium tonight, Pulaski County, for the Pulaski County Maroons. And Doug, we've talked a little bit about Pulaski County. Now, South Laurel, I know even as we were getting ready to go on the air, we had the pencil going overtime, scratching out some numbers, and I think there were some injuries. As you see, Pulaski County coming on to the field there. And tell us a little bit about what's going on with the Cardinals from South Laurel, because they've had quite a bit of change.
Yeah, they really have. Tyler Deathridge is a 6'1", 205-pound senior quarterback, an outstanding athlete, and he led South Laurel to a rousing come-from-behind 28-24 win over Pulaski in this game last year, which that game last year still kind of sticks in Johnny Hines' craw, so to speak. The Maroons actually had a 6-game winning streak in this series until last season. South Laurel had won the first 5 meetings with Pulaski way back in the 90s, and then Pulaski had reeled off a couple wins after that in 98 and 01. And then when South joined this district in 07, Pulaski had reeled off 4 more wins. So the all-time series has been pretty even. Pulaski leads 7-6. But again, South, 5 of those wins was when Pulaski was just starting a football program in its infancy. But Deathridge, getting back to my point, a great quarterback, and we understand he will not play tonight, injured. I've been told that maybe they're starting fullback, number 23, Devin Pennington, also a kid that's banged up. And allegedly there's been some defections. Some kids have quit the squad this week, if you believe what you read on the internet, which I don't know is a wise thing to do. But anyway, it is what it is. South Laurel's a team that it's a fluid situation, so we're just going to have to wait and see who lines up where tonight and have a lot of pencil racers ready. But I will say this, I don't know much about the backup to Deathridge, which is a kid, number 12, I think we were told, would be Jonathan Jenkins, who's a sophomore. But I do know this much. If Deathridge is unable to go, he's got some pretty big shoes to fill. And I really it's a shame that our fans aren't going to get to see Tyler Deathridge because he's one of the best quarterbacks that's came through South Laurel in a long time. I would say, they've had some good ones. Ricky Bowling from a few years back, and before him, Neil Warren. So South Laurel's produced some excellent quarterbacks, and Deathridge, I would hold him in that same high regard. So if he can't go tonight, that's a shame.
Cardinals have won the toss but have elected to defer, and so Coach Hines now out there under the broad brim. I saw Coach Hines earlier this afternoon as we're getting set up for the broadcast, and I didn't recognize him without a hat.
Well, that hat there I don't have a problem with. That's kind of more like the Bobby Bowden look. Johnny Hines 2 years ago had a round hat, and I made reference all the time. He looked like a tour guide in Jurassic Park. He really did. And thank God he did away with that thing.
I've heard stories about the pith helmet that he was wearing. So we're glad that Coach Hines and that broad brim has upgraded the wardrobe.